As the state of Rhode Island continues to reopen, faith leaders look ahead to May 30th when religious services will resume.
The state's planning to release more guidelines on how that can be done later this week. But today, Governor Raimondo said houses of worship will be limited to 25% of their usual capacity, even as Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker has set a 40% capacity limit for services in the Bay State. Tonight, Eyewitness News reporter Caroline Goggins spoke with the Diocese of Providence as they release their own guidelines for resuming Mass. She joins us in Providence with what those guidelines entail.
Here at the Cathedral of Saints Peter and Paul in Providence, Mass will look different come May 30th. Anyone who attends Mass will be asked to use hand sanitizer, wear their masks, and remain socially distant when in their pews and when receiving communion. 10 days until houses of worship reopen in Rhode Island. 10 guidelines to know if you plan on going to Mass at a parish within the Diocese of Providence. The first, if you're sick, elderly, have underlying health conditions, or don't feel comfortable going to Mass,
then you can stay home. So the bishop has not released the dispensation from the obligation to attend Holy Mass on Sunday for that very reason.
After every service, the diocese says churches will need to be cleaned. Hymnals will not be used. Singing will be limited. And you'll be asked to use hand sanitizer when you get inside and to wear a mask, except when receiving communion.
There will not be the cup, the precious blood, but there will be the host.
In order to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, attendance at Mass will be limited to 25% of a church's capacity. For example, here at the Cathedral, more than 1,400 people can typically attend Mass at one time. But because of this new mandate, only about 350 people will be able to do so. Father Jeremy Rodriguez from the Diocese of Providence says every parish will also have to decide how to make sure anyone attending Mass remains socially distant.
They would have to determine which pews they will rope off, or which areas of the church will have less amount of access. So all of those things would be obviously up to the pastor to decide, because every church is designed very differently.
Earlier this month, we took you to St. Pius X in Westerly, where a generous parishioner had crafted a model for social distancing. Father Rodriguez says he expects some parishes may not be ready to reopen on May 30th. He also expects some parishioners may not be ready to come back.
I would suspect that there would be a lot of people who would be afraid to come back to Mass right now. And that's okay, it's understandable. But we also want the community to know that we're still here. We need to open up. It's important to open up because we can't stay in this state of affairs forever.
Reporting in Providence, I'm Caroline Goggin, Eyewitness News.